And a very warm welcome to everyone watching. You are tuned in to the January edition of the Anon Monthly News Bulletin. I am Tripti, and we are excited to begin the year with purposeful learning and impactful engagement.
And I'm Ishanvi. January at ENA focused on strengthening educators, empowering young minds, and building communities through knowledge, skill development, and meaningful dialogue.
As we look back at January, here are the key highlights that shaped the month. First, the continued learning journey of the AGF Educators Fellowship Batch 2. Second, launch of our latest initiative, EduEdge, an 18-month purpose-driven growth platform by Anon Global Foundation, created for educators who feel the quiet call to step beyond the classroom and into wider circles of influence. And third, insightful episodes under Anon Ki Pathshala Season 4. And fourth, introduction of Sankalp Parenting with Purpose, a comprehensive 16-hour online training program designed to empower mindful and intentional parenting.
Fifth, educator focused comprehensive training programs. Sixth, release of new podcast episodes amplifying conversations around education, well being, and purposeful growth. And last but not the least, on ground impact through Project Unchai in Pune. Let's take you through the month.
January marked an important phase for the AGF Educators Fellowship Batch 2, beginning with the orientation ceremony and a series of thoughtfully curated online sessions designed to strengthen educators for a rapidly evolving learning landscape.
The fellowship commenced with the 21st century educator, skills, mindset, and capacities for changing world by Ms. Alma Chopra.
Educators then explored from performance to purpose with Arunima Sinha and engaged in a critical discussion on AI as teaching partner, not a replacement, by Mr. Dishant Gandhi and Ms. Kamal Shri.
The learning journey continued with understanding addictive patterns in young minds by Ms. Akshita Negi, followed by the science of wonder, bringing design thinking into the classroom by Wing Commander Monica Dubey.
Further strengthening civic awareness, Session 6 focused on raising Gen Z and Gen Alpha as responsible citizens by Major Nalini Jain, encouraging educators to nurture socially conscious learners.
Session 7, Marks to Mastery by Ms. Purti Vena, shifted the focus from grades to meaningful learning outcomes, helping educators rethink assessment practices.
Session 8, titled Ordinary Objects, Extraordinary Learning by Ms. Komal Jain, showcased how everyday material can be transformed into powerful learning tools within classrooms.
The fellowship continued with Session 9 on building team synergy by Commander Varuna Ektara, emphasizing collaboration, leadership, and collective growth within education institutions.
Throughout the fellowship, reflective recap Wednesdays with Team and On provided session summaries, open Q&A, and doubt resolution opportunities led by Dr. Aarti Girdhar and Ms. Shami Pruthi. Professional development was further strengthened through LinkedIn profile building sessions facilitated by Mr. Alpesh Saxena. This fellowship will culminate in February. For more details, look out for our special edition of the AGF Educators Fellowship News Bulletin, which will be released soon.
EduEdge, Eno Global Foundation's flagship initiative, was launched, which was an 18-month engagement for educators. The program is designed for educators who wish to find their voice, redefine their message, and share their wisdom through public speaking, podcasting, panel conversations, and cohort facilitation, and conscious content creation. This platform aims to provide diverse opportunities to the participants, including their roles as a panelist, speakers, podcast, and content developer for social media channels.
Over 18 months, and on EduEdge provides sustained mentorship, skill building, practice spaces, and visibility grounded in ethics, well being, and service. Under this program, the first episode from the Educators Series podcast, A Golden Experience Full of Learning, featuring Ms. Shweta Gairola, was released. where she reflected on her learning journey with Anon. A panel discussion on the happiness index is in the pipeline, featuring four educators as key panelists.
Next, we have Educators Chronicle 2.0. This special honor engagement brought together passionate educators from diverse schools to celebrate growth, reflections, and shared learnings. The session became a meaningful space for educators to exchange heartfelt stories, insightful reflections, and inspiring experiences, strengthening the collective spirit of Enong educator community.
Moving forward to Interns Chronicles 10.0 for the interns by the interns. The 10th edition of Interns Chronicles once again highlighted that every journey with an Anon is rooted in growth, deep reflection, and connection. Interns came together to share uplifting stories, reflect on key learnings, and celebrate their milestones and achievements, making the session both enriching and empowering.
January also featured engaging episodes under Enon Ki Pathshala Season 4, spanning January and February, and continuing this initiative's strong focus on values, mentorship, and life skills.
Episode 1 explored the power of community, mentorship, and networks, with Ms. Pallavi Agrawal highlighting the importance of collective growth.
Episode 2 featured purpose, discipline, and pride. Life skills from the Indian Air Force for today's youth by Wing Commander Neha Padre, offering inspiring insights rooted in discipline and service.
Now, we are pleased to introduce Sankalp Parenting with Purpose, a comprehensive 16-hour online training program designed to support parents of Gen Z and Gen Alpha in navigating today's digital and emotional parenting challenges through mindful, practical, and purpose driven approaches.
What makes this program unique is its expert led parenting sessions, direct sensitization, and counseling for children, a strong focus on values, emotional well being, and digital balance, and a limited high engagement cohort for deeper impact. If this resonates, please share it amongst parents because every child deserves a mindful parenting and every parent deserves support.
Anon also conducted a 2-day comprehensive training program for teachers at Purna Prajna Public School, Vasant Kunj.
Day 1 focused on cultivating happiness and purpose in school and compassionate classrooms, led by Dr. Ate Girdar ma'am and Miss Davinder Kaur. While Day 2 addressed classroom management techniques and cost-free teaching learning methods by Dr. Ate Girdar and Miss Shami Pruthi.
These sessions were supported by interns Tanishka Gupta, Khushi Jain, Mahi Jain, Rahul Gupta, and Harshika Agrawal, whose coordination contributed to smooth execution.
Roger Uchai continued to make a meaningful impact in Pune through diverse skill-oriented sessions.
At Nirankar Balgram, sessions on education beyond books and stronger minds for a strong year were conducted by Preeti Kapse and Pooja Kapse.
At Gharsand Ishwar Foundation, participants engaged in life skills, skills that shape life, led by Siddham Pradhan, Preeti Kapse, and Pooja Kapse.
Meanwhile, Hope for the Children Foundation hosted sessions on grow, pitch, succeed, business development skills, and life skill becoming before achieving, facilitated by Preeti Kapse, Pooja Jangir, Roshni Purohit, and Pooja Kapse. January also marked an engaging month for Anon's podcast initiatives, with multiple episodes released under the Adolescents Unplugged series, addressing themes deeply relevant to young minds and families.
The month opened with episodes on school stress and academic pressure, presented in two parts, where Dr. Tripti Pandey explored the causes of academic stress and practical ways to manage it, helping students better navigate pressure and expectations.
This was followed by a two-part discussion on relationships and crushes, focusing on emotional awareness, healthy connections, communication, and self understanding during adolescence.
Further enriching the series, January also featured parenting and communication in two parts. Dr. Tripti Pandey unpacked how communication patterns between parents and children shape emotional expression and mutual understanding.
Conversations around self perception continued with a two-part episode on body image and self esteem, addressing the impact of societal expectations and encouraging positive self worth among adolescents.
The month concluded with an episode on risk taking, highlighting how risk taking is a natural part of growing up, while emphasizing the importance of informed choices and self awareness.
Through these podcasts, Anon continued to create safe, reflective, and informative digital spaces, encouraging dialogue, awareness, and emotional well being across age groups.
January also encouraged physical and mental wellness through the Ananathon Challenge, Surya Namaskar, promoting consistency and mindful movement.
Additionally, Anon hosted YouTube live sessions conducted by Ms. Amarjeet Kaur, further extending wellness conversations to the digital space. With that, we come to the end of January monthly news bulletin.
Educators' empowerment and youth focused learning, wellness initiatives, and on ground impact. January reflected Anon's continued commitment to holistic development.
As we move ahead in the year, Team Anon joyfully looks forward to strengthening collaborations and nurturing vibrant learning spaces rooted in empathy, purpose, and growth. Coming soon, the much awaited AGF Educators Fellowship Batch 3, a 3-month internship program for students from grade 8th onwards. The virtual felicitation ceremony celebrating AGF Educators Fellowship Batch 2 and the opening of ECLF nominations. Each milestone reflecting our shared commitment to celebrating educators, empowering young minds, and driving meaningful change. The registration forms will be shared across all leading platforms, the Anon website, and will also be circulated among partner schools and affiliated institutions.
Until next time, stay mindful, stay inspired, and keep growing with Anon.
See you in the next edition.